Say, how's it going? Let's talk electricity for a minute. After all, we should look at it a little bit different because it's going to be affecting us a little bit different, especially with the situation we have now with so many people staying home. We're going to see things change a little bit, and unfortunately, some not for the better, especially when we're talking about bills. Take, for instance, now we have more people staying at home. And because we staying at home, you're probably going to use a little more electricity than you normally do. Take, for instance, heating. We're still in a cool time right about now, this time of the season. Although spring isn't out here, it's still cool outside. And I was looking at the U.S. Department of Energy, and they were saying how you should keep your thermometer set at 68. Well, usually you're gone, so you're going to turn it down. Not only that, they recommend that it be turned down 7 to 10 degrees at least 8 hours a day. Well, that's fine and dandy when you're at work, but a lot of times, especially now, you're not at work or the kids are not in school, so you're going to be using a little more electricity. So just a couple of things to think about. Since you're at home, the last thing we need is more bills on top of a lot of people financially struggling, perhaps, and dealing with other things that we're trying to resolve. Last thing we want to do is have another electric bill that's 2 or 3 times greater than what it normally is because we're at home now. So just some things to think about. Setting that temperature at 68. At least turn it down for 7 to 10 hours, even if you are there. Hey, let's go old school. You cold? Put on a sweater, put on some socks, and take advantage of those things that we have rather than just, raising the temperature up, trying to be comfortable. You may have to sacrifice a little bit more now. Another thing you might want to consider, make sure you have LED bulbs in there. They're going to save you a lot of electricity. Let's make sure that we're checking on that. It'll save you in the short time and the long term. Another thing you might want to consider is even if you're in a house, you don't have to use your lights all the time. Sometimes open up the shades and use that free sun, use that free energy. And believe it or not, just by opening up your windows and letting the sun in, you're also going to be warmer. So just some things to think about and consider. And also remember how your parents used to walk around. Now we're the parents, right? Making sure we don't leave all the lights on in areas, whether it's your building that you're help managing or even if it's in your own home. Make sure you have either timers on them or make sure that you're not leaving the TV on or leaving the lights on in the other room or some area that you're not even using, fans running. Be cognizant of those things. I guarantee you'll save a lot of money and save you a headache and time in the long run. And one other thing, sometimes when we're all at home, we're using so many things. Be careful about that. I've walked in people's homes and I see 7 or 8 different things plugged into the same outlet. Not only is that burning a ton of energy, but you're also likely to blow a fuse or a breaker. And that's the last thing you want to do is be calling out an electrician right about now. They are not cheap. And if you can avoid that, it's going to save you a little headache and probably a lot of money. And it can save your house as well. You could cause a fire by doing something like that. Plugging in too many items in a plug and overwhelming it. So let's be careful about that. And if you're not using something, if you definitely don't use it or don't need it, unplug it. Because nowadays the different appliances and things we have, even if you're not using them, they're using electricity. So unplug it if you don't need them. And I guarantee you'll see your bills going down. You won't need an electrician as much. You won't have as many service calls. So let's be careful out there and think about what we're doing. Save energy and save some money in your pocket and save you a headache. All right, until next time, be careful. Bye-bye.